good juice. It's your boy, Smoke Screenless Pride.
Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you. We gonna pull off the Jesus hat, put it to the side, and BAM! Alright fam, I've had this Psylocke for a couple of days now, just now getting to her, and I want to talk about how this figure, which is a good figure, could have been a great figure, fam. We all know that she was the star of the 2-pack with the Thanos, because most people had a Thanos very similar to him. It was nothing great about that Thanos. I mean, it is what it is. If you needed one, a cartoon comic accurate Thanos, that's decent enough to get, but that's neither here nor there. What I want to talk about is this Psylocke once again, and how this figure is a good figure. Again, very highly anticipated, mostly because of the thighs. As you can see, it's a lot thicker than most, and the derriere, fam. The figure is very different than most, giving a different allure, kind of taking it back to the 80s and the 90s, even maybe the 60s and 70s, where they drew the females figures, or should I say, they drew the females with curves and gave them with curves. And we're gonna look at some other females figures, older and newer, that have some curves, have some different aspects of how I feel they should have did the legs and the thighs, and why I feel is a mistake to where they started going forward in a different direction on how they're making the figures, to them going backwards and using some of the old bucks, some of the new bucks style, and how companies need to. I understand that they have to make money. I understand that they're trying to use the same buck as much as possible, but when you come out with a new figure, just like that Maximum Hulk, you need to come with a totally new mold and not use parts of old molds, because this is supposed to be a new figure. If you're just doing another Hulk, so to speak, and you're not saying this is a brand new this, a brand new that, then if you're using older molds, I get it. But when you're saying that this is brand new and this is the ultimate and you're going a different direction, then everything on that should be new. Same thing with me. This Psylocke is a new figure. It should be a totally different scope. It's in the right direction, but a couple of missed opportunities. But let's just keep it moving, fam. And first thing we're gonna do is gonna hit you with a little slow motion. Alright fam, so as this figure rotates, you can see how she looks. You can see how the lower half has been adjusted, but you can see there's still some things that are slightly similar, fam. They're giving a better look. So as you can see, fam, this is the issue right here. This part of the rump where you see there's the white right there, that's supposed to be the skin tone. Again, coming, not skin tone, but the skin, but again, coming right here, the skin on this side of the skin. That's always irritated me. It never made sense to me, fam. I'm going to show you some other figures that I'm like, why didn't they do this? And how I feel that they should move forward. Again, this is a real nice figure. It was the star of the 2-pack, but it does need a little bit of tweaking, fam. Alright, before we go, we're gonna take a look at the roster that's over here. To the left, we have the Retro Scarlet, we have the Super 7 Filmation Sorceress, we have the Masterverse Catra, we have the Mayfix Psylocke, we have the DC Collectibles Diamond Select Starfire, we have the WWE Elite Jade Cargill, Jada Toys Cammy, WWE Elite Naomi, and the Marvel Legends Warbird, but as I call her, she's Miss Marvel. All right, fam. So we have the Psylocke in center, the new Marvel Legends Psylocke in center. As you can see, there's a lot of female figures over here, fam, that look kind of similar to Psylocke, slightly different. The main thing to notice is that all of them kind of have like what's called kind of like a bathing suit, superhero female type of figure. And we're going to do a little bit of comparison, fam. First off, we're gonna bring Scarlet over here. She's not a superhero. Well, not really. She's a soldier. Why she's not standing right now? But she's a soldier. As you can see, they stand about the same height, and they kind of have on the same outfit, looking right here with the yellow, and then her purple right there. They're about the same, and even right here, fam. Right there and right there, that is about the same as well as far as design work. And as you can see, they are about the same. Looking right here, you can see the outline where the skin is supposed to be. I will say that on the Marvel Legends, they did it better because the thighs able to tuck in more better than it does on the classified. But we're going to move around to the back again. Once again, in the back, you can see that the design work is about the same coming down there, but this is, of course, wider, and then the crack making the more detail, accentuating this figure more than the other. So that's a comparison right there, fam. And just in case you're wondering, this backpack, I put the effects back in, came from an old Marvel Legend, the gray the Black Widow that had that gray outfit. It came from her. I just threw this backpack on here on Scarlet because it's gray. Matches her pretty good. I like the way it looks. Her hair covers the shield insignia that's in the back, and that's why Scarlet had that. But moving on. So now we have Sorceress and we have Catra, and you may be trying to figure out, well, how does this even match with this Marvel Legends Psylocke, because it's two totally different lines, as just like Scarlet was. But the thing I want you to see, fam, is right here. The separation of the cloth and the thighs. Separation of the cloth and the thighs. The Sorceress is probably a little bit closer because you can see, and that's one of the things that I think they're missing. If you turn the Sorceress this way to the side, you can see, fam, how if they did it or at least painted it better. So right here at Catcher, you can see that they have the underwear, but they have the legs going up, and it's not messing with that. As you can see, it's a separate piece, and it looks totally better, fam. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, and I don't know why they're doing that. Again, a good figure, but definitely a missed opportunity there. So we're going to skip a little bit. We're going to bring in Jade Cargill from WWE, and we're going to bring in Naomi so that you can see how their outfits are, how it should be made. You see, you have the thighs going up to the superhero outfit, so to speak, and over here with Jade, the same thing. It goes up there. There's no need to have that. So on Jade, you see it goes up. It should be like that. Now, again, looking at Psylocke. Now, one slight issue I have is Naomi's is almost like that, but then you see this little piece right here. Now what they should have did is where the line goes right here, had the line go up further, a little further up here, and just let this come down green. Just let this go up further and the thigh go up, and that would be that. But it's not as bad as this. This I don't like it at all. I think it doesn't look as good. I think it takes away when you see the skin tone painted right here. And the thing about it, this will eventually turn purple anyway, which makes no sense. All this right here is going to eventually turn purple. You should have just had it be, let it be purple, and this just goes up there. It could have been adjusted. I'm going to show you what I mean. So bringing out Cammy, and I believe they took a lot of cues from Cammy, thinking people didn't really care. I did not like this on Cammy or on Chun-Li. This looks absolutely cheap right here. When you have this painted, this skin tone painted right here, this goes, it looks cheap. I don't like that at all, fam. I really don't like that. But it is what it is. I hope the Storm Arena one fixes this and does not have it looking like that. I mean, it just looks, this just looks crazy to me. You have the cheat right here, and you have this. This just looks, it just looks crazy. Same thing here. And it has nothing to do with like you're saying, oh, well, you're being a perv. No, it has nothing to do with that. What it has to do with is this is where I'm going to say the aesthetics of a figure. You know, I'm all about, posability and stuff like that. But if you're going to make a new mold, then make a new mold. Okay, so I got the DC Select Starfire in the back, checking her out like, I don't see what the hype is all about. Move Psylocke over and let's bring her up. This is definitely an older figure, but this is a great looking older figure. Very seductive, so to speak, to put it mildly. But right here, fam, this is what I'm talking about. You have it. There's none of this. It's right there. So when we move this to the side, let's move our arms up. You see, this is what I'm talking about, fam. The separation of the thigh, the buttocks, and the outfit. That's what this figure is lacking. And if you're like, well, that's a DC figure, Select figure, totally different brand. I mean, it is what it is. They borrow off of one another, fam. Look, see the separation. I'm not saying make it exactly like this, but just make the separation. See up here? Let's say she didn't have this extra strap right here. Then you would have the buttocks and the thigh part right here, the outfit right here, and then you'd have the skin up here showing. So it's just a matter of them not being cheap and taking the cheap way out. And this again is an older figure. I can't remember how old she is, but it's definitely an older figure. And I know a lot of you thought she was going to be last at two Psylocke comparisons, but it's not. But I just wanted to take a look at them together as a whole and show how they look great. In their own individual way, they both look great. Or should I say, they both look, the Mafex Psylocke on my left looks great. The Psylocke on my right looks good. The reason, again, I said the Psylocke on my left looks great is because, again, the legs, thighs come all the way up, and then you have the outfit. It looks like an actual person. Of course, she's not as thick as the other Psylocke, but I mean, when you compare and you look, this looks better than this. Let me turn it this way. Now, again, this Psylocke is thicker than this Psylocke, but again, the design work, as far it looks more natural compared to that. And I will say, if you have this Psylocke, you really don't have to have the new one, but to be able to just switch stuff up a little bit from time to time is all good, especially when you're doing pictures or photography, not pictures, but it is what it is. I do wish that they had given her the sash I mean, she has the belt, but she doesn't have the sash that dangles. I don't know why they didn't do that. I mean, it is what it is. But now we're gonna move on to why I say they went forward a little bit and came backwards a little bit. So finally, we have two Marvel Legends figures, two of the newer Marvel Legends figures, and right here you can see this is what I'm talking about. Over, they have it so that the leg goes up, separation from the outfit. They should have did her like Psylocke like this, where there is a separation from the thigh to the outfit, because this is how they used to do the older Miss Marvel figure, and still some other figures like that. Look to the side. This is exactly what I'm talking about, fam. It should be like this. It should be a separation. A separation. That's where I thought they were moving forward when they made this figure right here. Separation right here. There's no skin showing. Separation right here. And these are basically the same thing. Now, you can say, well, hers is a little higher and whatnot. They could have fixed it. They could have just made all of this purple. All that purple. That's what they could have did. There's ways they could have fixed it, fam. But that's just the issue that I'm seeing and that I have with this not Miss Marvel, but Psylocke. Again, going to the back, and you can see, again, like I said, going to the back, and you can see how they did her, the thighs over here, the separation. It needs a separation, fam, going forward with all their female figures. They do not need to go backwards. They do not need to go backwards. They need to go forward, fam. So tell me what you think, fam. Is she a pass? Is she a grab? Do you care about Psylocke? Do you not care about Psylocke? Do you have the Mafex and think the Mafex is good? Do you have an older Marvel Legends Psylocke? Do you think that's good? Do you think that the Thanos was better than this Psylocke? Do you think I was right about the things I was saying about Psylocke and the outfit and how they should change everything? Or do you think Psylocke is perfect the way she is? Let your boy know. And like a fat kid in dodgeball, I'm out, baby. And don't forget to like and subscribe.